Ciao amici! In this project, we are going to make some no-sew pillows. I'm going to show you how to make your own iron-on appliques with fabric, and I will also show you how to make your own pillow cover in case you want to make it in a custom color. These are the supplies we're going to be using for this project. I'm using some Crafter's Choice pillow inserts from Fairfield World. This one's a 20 inch for my larger pillow. The smaller one I'll be using a 16 inch. I'm using stick fusible web. This is an interfacing also from Fairfield World, and it's how we're going to stick everything together. I have selected a couple of scrap fabrics in coordinating colors, different fun greens and blues and browns. I'm using some felt fabric squares for the outside of my applique. I'm also using a pre-made pillow cover. So you don't have to make the pillow cover if you don't want to. You could buy a blank one already made, but I will also be showing you how to make the pillow cover too. So to get started, I have cut the stick fusible web interfacing to fit the sizes of the scrap fabrics that I will be using. So just cut it down to size. You can see I've cut it into, these are like 8.5 by 11 felt squares. So I've cut the interfacing to fit that. This is the fabric that I will be using to make my blank pillowcase. So that's the optional step there. And to go along with that, I've cut 1-inch strips of the interfacing. So to turn our fabric into iron-ons, you place the interfacing on top of the fabric, and then you're going to cover it with a sheet of parchment paper, or you could also cover it with a silicone mat. And then you're going to iron over that with your iron with the steam setting on. We do need the steam to help fuse that sticky web onto the fabric. So you're just going to iron over that until it is all stuck together. So that's why we're using the parchment paper, because otherwise this would stick to your iron. And as you can see, when I peel that parchment paper off, we can now see that the web is stuck onto the fabric there. All right, so there's the front of the fabric, this is the back, and so I've pretty much turned all of these fabric pieces into iron-ons. So now that the sticky stuff is on the fabric, it will be easier to create our appliques later. But first, let's make that pillow cover. You can skip this section if you have bought a pre-made pillow cover that you're going to use. But if you want to try to make your own, this is how we're going to do that. Since I'm using a 20-inch pillow insert, I have cut a piece of fabric that is 42 inches long and 22 inches wide. We're going to look at the short ends, the ones that are 22 inches across, and I have folded down 1 inch and ironed that down so that my seam is easier to work with. And you'll see on the other short end, I have folded it down 1 inch and I have ironed that so that I have that nice edge to work with. I am taking that 1-inch strip of interfacing that I cut and placing it in that folded edge and then ironing it down. So you can see it is all glued together there. And then we're going to look at the other side. I've done the same thing. I put that strip of interfacing there and folded it down and ironed it into place. So now that is good to go, and we can start working on the sides of our pillow. I am going to fold those ironed edges down so that they touch each other, okay? So I call these the lips, right? I want the lips to touch there. So now we're getting more of a square shape. I'm going to use my ruler to make sure that this is 20 inches so that I know my pillow insert will fit there. And then now, going parallel to those lips, I'm going to measure where 20 inches is and leave a little 1-inch margin on each side. So I've got 1 inch over there. I'm going to leave 1 inch on the other side, and then I'm going to use my ruler to draw a straight line so that I know where my edge is. So I've drawn my line on one side. I'm going to draw it on the other side. And then next, I'm going to need to grab some sewing pins, and I'm going to pin all along that line there. That's going to help me ensure that my fabric doesn't slide around, and it's going to be my guideline for where I'm going to put those interfacing pieces in. So just go right along and use as many pins as you need to fill in the line on both sides of your pillow cover. So now that everything is pinned in place, let's turn this and work on one side at a time. So you can see I've got my line all pinned there, and now I'm going to take those 1-inch strips of interfacing that we cut, the stick fusible web, and we are going to tuck that in to the fabric there. So I'm going to open it up, put it between the two pieces, and I want to push it down all the way until it touches the pinned edge. I'm going to fill all of this in. It's okay if the fusible web overlaps a little bit, it will just fuse together. And once that edge is all filled in, I'm going to head over to my iron and iron it so that I have sealed that side shut. Make sure you don't leave any gaps, and make sure that you get that stick fusible interfacing all the way into the corner there. If it's easier, you can fold it, and that way you ensure that every piece is covered. So now this is after I have ironed it. It is all stuck together, and now that fabric edge will be just a little bit stiffer because it's the two sides fused together. And this is going to make it easier for me to trim off about 1/2 inch so that I have a smaller, cleaner edge there to work with on the next step. After I have trimmed off that excess fabric there, I'm also going to clip just a teeny bit off the corners so that when I fold this over, it won't have any loose ends sticking out. I'm going to remove all those pins that I had, fold the fabric over on that penciled line that we drew, and iron it down so that I know where my edge is. Now we're going to fuse this one more time. So this is, again, it's giving us a cleaner edge, and it's also going to make sure that our pillow isn't going to accidentally pop open. It's kind of like double insurance, okay? And it really just looks cleaner in the end. So again, I'm going along that folded edge, putting in more of that stick double-sided fusible interfacing. I want to make sure I get it all the way up into the fold, and when I iron it, look at that. Look how pretty and clean those edges are. We want to check the ends, make sure that everything is sealed together, and oops, do you see there? I missed that edge. I need to put some more fusible web in there and iron it again. Now, I'm also going to flip over to the other side, and let's review that process one more time. I sped this video up just a little bit because we're doing exactly what we did on the other side. Tuck in that stick fusible interfacing, iron it, cut off the excess, trim off those corners, remove the pins, and then fold it over on that penciled line and iron it so that you have a guide. Once we have that folded over guide, we're going to add more of that stick fusible interfacing, making sure that it is tucked all the way up to that folded edge. Iron it to fuse it all together, and then you're done with the second side. So once these sides are done, we are ready to flip our pillow inside out. So we're going to open up those lips there, turn it around, and flip it around. As we're doing that, we're going to make sure that we pop those corners out, and then you can admire your work, see how nice and clean your edges are. If you do find that maybe something isn't sealed, just turn it back inside out and add more of that fusible interfacing and iron it until you get all the edges closed up nice and neat. And ta-da! There it is, your no-sew handmade pillow cover. Now we're ready to go on to the next step and make the appliques that we are going to iron onto this so that we can decorate it. I've included a link to my free template for the atomic avocados and the groovy little stars that go with it. You can print that out on regular printer paper. Then you'll cut it out and trace it onto your fabric and cut it. Since I do have a laser, I have found that that's my favorite way to cut appliques because I get these amazing clean cut edges. But don't worry, if you don't have a laser, you can easily trace this onto that back side of your fabric and then hand cut it out. Just take your time and it'll turn out really nicely. So these are my applique pieces and they already have that fusible interfacing on the back. So all I have to do is iron them on now. The template I created has the inner part of the avocado, that thin little outline that's going to cover up the edges, the centerpiece, the stars, and you can enlarge this pattern if you want to make it bigger, or you could shrink it down so that it fits your pillow size. So this is, for me, the most fun and probably the easiest part of the process. I'm going to arrange my applique on the pillow cover it up with that parchment paper again, and then iron it on. And that's it. You just want to line all the pieces up, iron it in place, and then, just keep layering and adding as desired. So after I get the avocado done, I'm going to iron the little groovy stars on, and that's it. With this smaller one, I used a pre-made pillow cover and ironed all the pieces on. So once that's done, now we can flip it over to the back and open it up and finish our pillows by adding the pillow inserts. As I mentioned in the supplies, I am using Crafter's Choice pillow inserts from Fairfield World. This larger one is the 20-inch insert. This smaller one, this pillow cover is 14 inches, but I decided to use a 16-inch pillow insert because I wanted it to look really, really full. With the 20-inch, I left a little more space. So this is just showing you your options. It depends on if you want your pillow to look really full like this or if you want it to look a little bit looser. Totally up to you, depending on how you're going to use it. So once it's full, we can see they're just so cute and groovy. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It matches my home decor nicely. By making it myself, I could choose my own colors and patterns that match my home and my style. I hope you will give this project a try. It was really fun to make. I think you'll enjoy making this too. It's like just a groovy little summer project to make if you want to get into sewing and making your own home decor. Thanks for watching. Ciao, ciao.